Hey guys, welcome back. So glad you've joined me for this morning's devotion. We are leaning in to the Building Generation campaign. April the 6th, you do not want to miss what God is going to reveal that morning. What does the future of Life Chapel look like? We can't wait to show you. We're talking about the book of Ezra right now. And in the book of Ezra, there is some very interesting principles of what it means to build a temple. Now, yesterday, I went into a little bit of history. If you missed that, go back and pick that up. But here's what I want to show you, is that when the Levites were appointed, they were appointed for the worship. They were appointed for the word, the reading of the word, the scribes to keep record of the prophetic and what God was doing and what God was saying. Now, here's what happens. Is when the prophetic starts to move and when the anointed Levitical people, the priests, start to get into position, there is spirits that are stirred, right? We are in a season here at Life Chapel where we are seeing spirits stirred. Our growth in numbers, our growth in giving, our influence in the community, our just the feeling. I can't tell you how many times, how many Sundays, how many Wednesdays we come for groups, for prayer, for worship, whatever we're doing, and people will tell me something special is happening. Just a couple of Sundays ago, I had 3 different people use the exact same word, and that was explosive. Something explosive is about to happen here. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. The Levitical is stepping up. The priest and the prophets are stepping up in the house, and the hearts of the people are being stirred toward the things of God. That's the exciting part. Now, here's the struggle, is every time the priest and the prophet step into their role of spiritual leadership, and then the hearts of the people are stirred toward the things of God, what happens is opposition always steps in. There's always pushback. See, this is why we have to be careful not to get too entangled with the world and the voices of the world and the ideas of whatever they're pushing, their agenda, their thoughts, their concepts, whatever it is, because it will cause us as believers to get discouraged and to want to back up. It's a whole lot easier if you don't have that heavy spiritual leadership going on. It's a whole lot easier when my heart's not stirred toward the things of God. It's a whole lot easier when I settle into a place of comfort. The Holy Spirit is not calling us to settle into a place of comfort. It's calling us to rise up and build. It's calling us to step up and to prepare a place for future generations. That's why we call it Building Generations. And so the prophetic company shows up and they begin to inspire Zerubbabel, and they begin to push on Zerubbabel to say, look, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. In fact, it says it right here. Chapter 5, Haggai and Zechariah. Haggai and Zechariah stepped into their prophetic role, and what that did is it created an energy. Now, it's not by accident that we are seeing a rise in the prophetic company. That's what we're calling it here at Life Chapel, the prophetic company, because God is trying to position us. We've had the priest, now the prophetic is coming. Because when the priest and the prophetic work together, right? When the priest, the worshipers, the Levites, the Levitical people, and the prophets or the prophetic company begin to partner, that's when God is getting ready to do something explosive. Something supernatural, something beyond comprehension. And so I want to take a moment and I want to encourage you. Get in on the prayer movement. Get in on the prophetic movement. Get in on the Levitical movement. Get in on the worship. Get in on what God is doing here at Life Chapel, because it is literally positioning us for what the future holds. We're not going to be able to go into this building campaign, this building for the future idea. We're not going to be able to do that without worship, prayer, the prophetic, Levitical lifestyle, the push toward the things of God. So when we step into our future, don't be discouraged, because there will be some pushback. Be encouraged, because if you're not feeling pushback from the devil, you might be on the wrong side of the fence. Uh-oh, come on, somebody. Come on. If you're not feeling that stress of the enemy saying, don't do this, you don't want to pray, you don't want to worship, it's way too easy just to sit and be comfortable. Come on, if you're hearing that voice, you're on the wrong side of the fence. You need to get over here, because we're on the winning side, and we need to know, we need to be okay with the idea we're going to feel some pushback. There might be a little stress or a little strain, but here's what's going to happen. We're going to see revival. Now, April the 6th. You don't want to miss April the 6th, because we are going to unveil the future of Life Chapel and what that looks like. Now, tomorrow, I'll be right back here, because we're going to talk about how God brings all the pieces together to accomplish His work. I look forward to seeing you then.